E8.5 right now?
Yeah! We invite you to take a toast with us if you have Kangen water.
Okay, so everyone raise your Kangen water cups, jars,
bottles,
thimbles, paper cup, whatever you have. Okay. And this toast is for a successful,
beautiful,
unbelievable,
and returning to origins global convention.
So, cheers. Right, in Japan we say kanpai. And in Germany you say
Prost.
Prost. Okay, Prost.
Prost.
And kanpai.
And kanpai.
Okay, so we're gonna get you guys warmed up a little bit here. We know it's a little cold today. It's kind of different weather for Okinawa. Usually it's a lot warmer.
So no need to bring your bikini today.
And if you did bring it, just hold on to it. But anyway, what I'd like for everyone to do, if you're starting to feel warm, go ahead and take your jacket off, get really comfortable.
We're exciting and we're both excited, of course, but it's going to get even more excited when we bring up Mr. O and our speakers for today.
Yeah, we've got a very good couple of days planned for you all. I'm quite sure you have the schedule. If you haven't received the schedule, let us know and we'll make sure you get one later.
So, and if you didn't have the chance until now, you will also get the chance to take a look all over the facilities that have been prepared so far.
Now, I know there's going to be some moments that you're going to want to run up and take pictures. Don't. Hold back. You know, y'all are, professional distributors. So, and we don't have several thousand of you, so thank goodness. But I'm going to tell you what. This is a special event because this is the event you're going to take back home and share with everyone.
And that's why we have the word origin, which I think we both would like to comment on for a little bit. What does origin actually mean? Do you know what Kangen means? Kangen, back to the origin. So that's why this time it's not LA, it's not Las Vegas, it's not somewhere else, it's here at the birthplace of Mr. Ohshiro.
And what I love is it's not just his birthplace, but it's the birthplace of his dreams and of his companies.
Seeing where he comes from, it's a very tiny island. It isn't like a big metropole like LA, Las Vegas, but that's exactly why. You can see the big dreams even if you're on a small island.
And then if you were paying attention and on the bus, if you blinked your eye, you passed the town of Sedake. Okay? It's a small town, and this is where he was raised and grew up, and this is where everything began. And we want you to understand it, to feel it, and just to encompass the origin of this company.
And how can you do that? I think the most exciting part is basically we have our visual senses, so we see everything that's around us. We hear the sound of the waves of the sea, we feel the grass under our feet, we feel everything here. So this is the place where Mr. Ohshiro made his experiences. This is what actually made him into the man he is today.
So why don't we just go ahead and get started with the program.
Okay, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we would like to do is take you through a historical walk with Mr. Ohshiro and his family.
But before we do that, I think we have skipped one important part. Who are these guys standing in front of you? I think some of us may know Mr. Arthur Johnson, my colleague. Long time was an adjunct, a great asset to the company. He's right now managing Texas and Mexico. So I would like to welcome everybody, Mr. Arthur Johnson.
my beautiful compatriot is from Dusseldorf, Germany, and she's the branch manager there. But I got to tell you something about her. She's multilingual, and I'm not talking about 3 or 4. I'm talking about several languages. Okay, so if you want to feel at home, and if you want to feel comforted and loved, and get everything about Energetic in your tongue, you go speak to Valeria, because she is just awesome.
Thank you so much for your kind words, but same goes to you. If you have any kind of business, Dallas, US, Mexico, that's the right person to talk to.
Okay, we can go back and forth, but we're going to go ahead and get started, right? So we're going to take a walk down memory lane. これから会長Ohshiroの歴史を始まります。
なものをご覧ください。Have a look at the screen.
So here we go. The walk down memory lane.
You all know Mr. Ohshiro how he's looking now, but give a good look at this picture. Here he is, 11 years old, attending the birthday ceremony of his grandmother. She was 85 at that time.
Now we have Mr. Ohshiro here as a young man in junior high school, hanging out with a couple of his junior high school buddies.
1 year later, you see his old school building. Mr. Ohshiro is here with his whole classmates.
Now we see he's going from a young boy to a young man. Here he is in high school, 17 years old in 1957.
Here we have a picture of Mrs. Kana Ohshiro, Mr. Ohshiro's mother, the person who taught him about compassion and molded him into the person he is now, venturing out to the whole world and sharing his beliefs. Unfortunately, Ms. Ohshiro passed away at the young age of 94 years.
Now we see Mr. Ohshiro as a young man stepping out to the real world. Here he's taking a job in Okinawa as an accountant with the civil servants.
So, do you believe this picture is actually 6 years later? You see Mr. Ohshiro, doesn't he look young to you?
He looks like he's 19 years old here.
Yeah, but he's 29 at the very important date when he and Mrs. Yaiko Tabata, was her maiden name, became a couple and joined in marriage together. Don't they look lovely together, Arthur?
Oh, they do. Again, he looks so young.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was drinking the water then.
Well, there's many things we don't know.
All right, here we have, this is the beginning of Mr. Ohshiro's dreams. One of his dreams was when he first opened up Energetic and he started working and selling Sony products. He's here with Mr. Oga, the CEO of Sony. But look at the young man in the light suit. Okay, that's not me. That's Mr. Higa with his punch perm.
Would you believe that? Okay. So I think some of you who have attended a global convention might know Mr. Ohshiro has a talent for music. We see him on stage with the shamisen. But even back then, in his young times, and here at his grandmother's birthday, he was playing the shamisen. So this young man has been always gifted with a musical talent.
Yeah, he's been playing this for a long time, and we might be surprised later.
We might. So here we have Mr. Ohshiro holding 3 babies. Guess what? On the right side we have his oldest son, and the other 2 are his nieces. They were born within a difference of only 1 month, so the Ohshiro family grew exponentially within 1 month.
Yeah, I mean, his oldest sister, youngest sister, and himself, I think they got together and said, we're going to get a baby this month.
Yes, it was a secret plan.
Now, I really like this picture. This is the start of the second dream. Mr. Ohshiro, Mrs. Ohshiro, I mean, look at them. They got nothing. But this is a great picture because it can show you that you too, and your friends too, can start from nothing and build a company that has gone worldwide.
Yeah, and as you see, Mr. Ohshiro, who is always very strict on formal wear, is not wearing a jacket here. It doesn't need a jacket, it doesn't need the best clothes. You can make your dream from the scratch. A small apartment, a small island, out to the whole world.
Fantastic picture. And now we have him years later with his eldest daughter and with her daughter, and we can see that this must be during Children's Day because the 3-year-old and 5-year-old are wearing kimonos, Japanese traditional outfit, and it's just a beautiful picture of his family right there.
They look lovely. So, as you know, Mr. and Mrs. O have a big family, and here we have 2 of their grandchildren. They're attending their first day of school, and it's actually in Hokkaido, so it's a bit chilly. Mrs. O is wearing a jacket, and believe it or not, this picture is actually very recently taken, from 2014.
So, look at the beautiful couple here. Doesn't that just warm your heart?
Holding hands, standing united.
And you know what? They look like proud parents, don't they? I mean, here they've given birth to a worldwide global corporation.
24 offices and more than 180 countries covered until now.
You know, I think probably in the next couple of years, maybe we'll get 10 more branches. What do you think?
I think so, but that all depends on the people here and their teams. Let's make it happen.
You know, this is Mr. Ohshiro's origin and the company, but it's not finished. It's just starting. And it continues with your dreams. It continues with you.